Recently, it has been raining quite a lot in the UAE. A combination of cloud seeding, tropical storms, climate change has led to a lot of rainfall, more than we're used to. And no one is more concerned than Sally. He spends so much time looking out the window wondering what is going on. For these few days, a lot of rainfall was expected. We were even receiving public safety alerts on our phones from the government to stay indoors because roads were expected to be flooded. And one thing about me and Sally is we are very objective and we followed the directions and stayed home. By the time I finished feeding Sally and making my coffee, the rain was still not letting up. So I decided that this was the best time to pick up my brushes and my sketchbook. I've always loved art, I've always loved drawing. However, in my adult life, I was not practicing any of my arts, and in the spirit of bringing back good old hobbies, in 2022, I went and started getting supplies like sketchbooks and painting palettes, brushes and all that. And I've found that this has been one of the best ways to unplug, relax, and on such days when we are literally locked in by the rain, it was just meant to be. The funny thing is that I paint the most random things. One day I could be painting a portrait, next day a bunch of fruit, and today it just happened to be a frog. I don't know if it's a metaphor for the rain because frogs do come out after the rain. I don't know how I ended up with this, but that was what was in front of me, and I went for it. My artwork is still very much amateur. I was just thinking the other day, what if I had stuck with it when I was younger? Because I remember I really, really loved drawing. Like, what if I had stuck with it all those years? Maybe I would have been an artist. I don't know. But anyway, everything happens for a reason. This is where I'm at now. I just love doing it to pass time. I'm improving a lot. If you see the drawings I was making like a year ago, you would laugh. The key for me is I don't take myself too seriously when it comes to these paintings. I do it for fun. I do it for myself. I do it to relax. So whatever I end up with at the end of the day, I appreciate it. And like I said, it's getting a lot better than what it used to be. So if you don't have a hobby or something that you do outside your 9 to 5 that is just for you and helps you to relax, I would highly recommend reading a novel. Is something that I've been trying to get into. I have a few books in the house that I've been planning to read, but every time it comes down to the choice of reading or drawing, I will pick drawing any day. With all that being said, I still have a business mind about all this artwork that I'm doing. I know I do very well with inanimate objects like vases, or plants, flowers, and fruit and all that. And I was thinking one day I will buy a bunch of canvases and do individual pieces, and maybe I can take them to a pop-up market and see if anyone will be willing to buy my artwork. Maybe that will be the launch of my artistry career. But for now, it's all fun and good times. I'm talking a big game. Wait until you see this frog in the end. Rainbow came out after the rain. It's right between these buildings. Wow. I was serious when I said I was getting back into my low carb era. So for dinner, I'm just going to be having a salad and some chicken breast that I made in the air fryer.
I must note down your nutritional intake.
I've recently developed this new habit of taking tea before bed. My age is catching up with me. And in addition to the tea, I add moringa powder. I've heard it has a lot of health benefits. I'm yet to see, I'll report back. I just started this recently, but I just add half a teaspoon to my evening tea, and this will be my nightcap. And the tea that I'm using actually is tangawizi tea that I got from Kenya. Tastes the best. Once the fog had cleared up, I just applied some fertilizer to the foliage of my plants because I had not applied it yet. And then it was time to clean the balcony because when it rained, all the mud, all the sand was blown into the balcony and it was very, very messy. And I want to sit out on the balcony when the weather is nice like this. So I had to get it cleaned out, dust everything, clean the chairs, clean the floors, all that. The design of this balcony has always been so confusing to me. The smallest part of the balcony is right outside the living room, and then the biggest part is outside the bedroom, which doesn't make sense because if you want to put like outdoor furniture and a nice sitting area, it should be easier to access from the living room, right? This is the side that is closest to the living room, that's why I put all the plants there. The other side, I use it as a storage area, I use it as my laundry hanging area, that's why I have the clothes rack. It's the unpretty side of the balcony that I wish it was the other way around so I could have more space out just outside the living room window. So after sweeping up all the dirt and the dust from the wind and everything, I just used a wet cloth to clean the tables and the chairs and any other surfaces. I was very confident doing this because I had checked the weather forecast for the next 1 week. It's not going to rain again. That's the funny thing about Dubai is that it rarely rains, but when it does, it's a lot of rain. That's why we were on lockdown. I know there are some places which are still raining outside of Dubai, that is in other Emirates like Alain and Fujairah, because these areas are very close to the mountains or the highland areas, so they get much more rain than Dubai itself. Switching out my beddings was also on my bingo card for this morning. And that's another reason why I really needed to clean the balcony, because after I take out the beddings, I need to wash them and hang them out. And I can't hang them when the balcony is just a mess because they might get dirty. So it was really important to do that. I love bedsheet changing day. Fresh bed sheets are just a top tier experience. While the beddings were washing, I just completed the final task of the day, and that is a quick vacuum of the carpet, the floors, and then I just did a quick steam, and that was pretty much it. It was just swish and swipe, so to say, not a thorough cleaning. Hello, I'm done with cleaning. I've taken a shower. Sally, say hi. You look so handsome today, Sally. I'm getting ready to go out for cycling. It's been raining. That's been the biggest challenge, raining and cold. So that's the plan as of now. I had to stop suddenly because this part of the road is completely flooded, and I can see someone actually left their car in the water because it's supposed to be a traffic light junction. How sad. All the best to them, man.